Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: why are so many countries eager to take part in Vietnam's Grand Military Parade commemorating the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and the reunification of the nation? This historic event is set to take place on April 30th, 2025, in Ho Chi Minh City. At first glance, it might seem like just another parade, but behind it lies a powerful story, one of history, politics, military strategy, and international solidarity. So, let's dig a little deeper. What do you think? This is not just a milestone in Vietnam's history, it's a moment that resonated across the world. April 30th, 1975, wasn't just a victory for the Vietnamese people, it marked the end of decades of war, the reunification of a divided nation, and the triumph of resilience against overwhelming odds. But here's something you might not know: Vietnam's victory became a symbol of hope and inspiration for independence movements worldwide. From Africa to Asia to Latin America, nations fighting against colonial rule and foreign intervention looked to Vietnam as proof that even the most powerful forces could be challenged. Now, 50 years later, the 2025 commemoration isn't just an occasion for Vietnam to reflect on its past, it's a moment for the world to remember a defining chapter in history. The fact that so many countries want their troops to march in this parade speaks volumes. It's a way of honoring the values of peace, independence, and self-determination that Vietnam fought so hard to achieve. Simply put, this isn't just Vietnam's story, it's a shared legacy that still echoes across 5 continents. And here's where it gets even more interesting. As soon as news of the military parade broke, nations from around the world expressed their desire to participate, to experience, even symbolically, the moment of breaking through the gates of the Independence Palace. Let's rewind a bit. During the war, Vietnam was never alone. Many countries stood behind us, offering not just material support, food, weapons, supplies, but also moral and political backing through global protests and anti-war movements. Take the Soviet Union, now Russia, for example. It sent thousands of military advisors, along with tanks and aircraft, to aid Vietnam's resistance. Even a small and distant country like Cuba was willing to send not only supplies but also blood and unwavering support for Vietnam. For Vietnam, we are ready to give everything, they once declared. China, Eastern European nations, and other allies all played crucial roles in Vietnam's struggle for independence. Now, as Vietnam prepares for the 50th anniversary military parade, these countries are eager to take part, not just to showcase their enduring friendship but also to remind younger generations of their deep historical ties with Vietnam. The sight of foreign military units marching alongside Vietnamese soldiers on Le Duan Street in Ho Chi Minh City will be a powerful testament to international solidarity. Russia and China, 2 historical allies, have particularly strong reasons to join. Russia, once the Soviet Union, provided Vietnam with billions of dollars in military aid during the war against the US. China, too, played a significant role, offering substantial support between 1965 and 1975. By participating in this event, they not only honor a shared history but also reaffirm their long-standing friendship. According to reports on March 10, 2025, an honorary regiment from Moscow may appear in Ho Chi Minh City as part of the commemoration. Neighboring Laos and Cambodia, Vietnam's closest allies, also see this as an opportunity to celebrate their shared struggles. Vietnam once stood by these nations in their own fights for independence. On March 20, 2025, Phnom Penh proposed sending a ceremonial unit to express gratitude for the enduring solidarity of the Indo-Chinese nations. Perhaps the most unexpected participants are former adversaries, the United States and France. Once Vietnam's fiercest foes, they are now strategic partners. Since 2023, the US and Vietnam have maintained a comprehensive strategic partnership, and on March 18, 2025, Stars and Stripes reported that the Pentagon is considering sending a military band from the US 7th Fleet to symbolize reconciliation. Meanwhile, France, Vietnam's former colonial ruler, may also send an honor guard unit from its army to mark 50 years of normalized relations. Japan and India, 2 of Vietnam's key strategic partners, also view this as an opportunity to strengthen regional security cooperation. The Japan Times reported on March 15, 2025, that Tokyo is considering sending self-defense forces, while the Hindu revealed on March 20, 2025, that New Delhi plans to dispatch a ceremonial unit to reinforce its Indo-Pacific alliance with Vietnam. Have you ever noticed? A military parade is not just about showcasing disciplined formations, synchronized steps, or the grandeur of military strength. It is also an opportunity for nations to send their own messages. For many countries, participating in Vietnam's anniversary celebration is a way to demonstrate both their military capabilities and their commitment to peace. Take Russia, for example. If it joins, it will present itself as a great power with a long-standing military tradition while reaffirming its historic alliance with Vietnam. Meanwhile, for Southeast Asian neighbors like Laos and Cambodia, Vietnam's brothers-in-arms who stood together through war, this event is a chance to strengthen ASEAN unity and promote regional peace and stability. Beyond that, in a world entangled in conflicts, whether it be the war in Ukraine, tensions in the South China Sea, or US-China rivalry, the sight of nations marching side by side in Vietnam sends a powerful message: we stand for peace, not war. A military parade is more than just a grand spectacle, it is also a platform for military forces to exchange knowledge and expertise. Vietnam has proven its ability to organize large-scale events, from the 70th anniversary of the Dien Bien Phu victory to the country's National Day celebrations. This parade will allow foreign armies to witness firsthand how Vietnam orchestrates its formations, coordinates between different branches, from Army, Navy, and Air Force to militia units, and ensures a flawless execution. At the same time, Vietnam will have the opportunity to observe how other nations march, display their equipment, and carry themselves as soldiers. If the US or a Western country participates, though this depends on diplomatic circumstances, it would showcase cutting-edge military technology. Meanwhile, Russia and China could highlight the evolution of weapons that once played a crucial role in Vietnam's history, now upgraded for the modern battlefield. In essence, this is a military showcase where everyone wants to be present, to learn, to display, and to engage. Another key reason why so many countries are eager to take part is to help Vietnam share its victory story with the world. 50 years ago, Vietnam was a war-torn nation. Today, it has risen as a dynamic and developing country with an increasingly influential voice on the global stage. From its active participation in the United Nations peacekeeping missions to its leadership roles in ASEAN and as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, Vietnam is now a significant player in geopolitics. When international forces march alongside the Vietnam People's Army in this parade, they are not only honoring the past but also affirming their ties with a modern, forward-looking Vietnam. For countries that once supported Vietnam during wartime, this is their way of saying, "We are proud to have been part of your success, and we want to shine alongside you now." Finally, it is important to emphasize that this parade is not just an event, it is a symbol of enduring unity. Over 13,000 participants are expected, including 34 military units, 11 civilian contingents, and spectacular aerial displays featuring fighter jets and fireworks. The presence of foreign military forces will add to this vibrant mosaic, turning March 30, 2025, into not just a national celebration, but a global one. Imagine this: Vietnamese soldiers marching side by side with comrades from Russia, Cuba, Laos, or even former adversaries like the United States and France. What a breathtaking sight it would be, a powerful testament that peace and friendship can transcend all borders. And now, as March 30, 2025, draws near, when you see foreign troops stepping proudly through the streets of Saigon, remember, they are not here merely as spectators. They are here to stand with us, to help us write the next chapter of a story built on peace and unity. Are you excited to witness this historic moment?